Now, Caps versus Uzi is exciting as well. Caps, I mean, I think really blew up this year. I know he's been around for a bit longer than that, but I mean...
Oh, he definitely blew up this year.
Oh, man.
And what an ending it was to this
World
year for him.
Finals. Yeah.
Going to G2.
Going to the team that beat Uzi, by the way. Point that one out real quick. Like, that's some hype stuff, you know? So
I like the tie-in.
It works out, and it's going to be exciting. Cap says, I think like a lot of these players like did take somewhat of a break after, especially ones who went to Worlds and went really far, took a break because you're grinding and grinding and grinding for 10 months of the year. I understand wanting to take a step back, but he's top 4 so far. And looking good doing it.
Yeah, and speaking on, you know, his move to G2, his response to a lot of the fans were like, oh my God, you're leaving Fnatic, you guys just got finals, you know, what's going on here? He said he knew that it was his riskiest option, but he wants to do everything that in his power to win, and feel like that is the best way for him to win. Maybe that will translate as well into his 1v1 style, taking big risks, doing everything he possibly can, because this is the time to pull out everything. It's Uzi. Right? Nobody beats Uzi in the 1v1 tournament.
Not for a very, very long time. He can drop the occasional game, but he's a 2-time 1v1 All-Star defending champion. Bans his own Syndra, the only mage he is known to play in this bracket, but there's the 3 conventional marksman bans out there by Caps. Varus probably next up in the order. We'll see what he actually goes for. Kallista's been around there a little bit as well. And Caps, ooh, it's a mid laner. Aatrox is a mid laner.
Yeah, I mean, no longer a jungler either after taking out the most recent patch nerf. Uzi as well, we looked into, because I remembered him playing some mages, but you went to look at the actual match history, and Syndra, that was the only actual mid lane champion, even though I believe...
the only non-marksman he played.
I believe he also received some, like, Orianna bans as well, but his Syndra was pretty clean.
Won a bunch of games on it, but now it is the Aatrox. Go ahead, lock it in for Caps. Uzi still debating his options, and he will go for the Ori. Kobe saw it coming.
I knew that was another mage.
Call him Mama Murphy. He's got the sight.
All right, now I do like the extra move speed that Ori can bring into Aatrox. Anytime you get more move speed, right? You know, trying to outplay the sweet spot. But again, Aatrox here, pretty good at those all-ins. Hitting level 6, I think this time the advantage is for the Aatrox. You know, at the level 6 breakpoint. Your Shockwave baseline damage isn't that amazing. The displacement's pretty good for 1v1s, but honestly, until you get a lot more AP for the ratio, I actually like the extra speed and all the options that it gives Aatrox for a level 6 fight. So we'll see if Uzi goes his regular style of getting a CS lead, forcing his opponent to make a more difficult choice in forcing an all-in.
What's interesting, though, is this is a matchup straight up that I guarantee you Caps has played. Aatrox Orianna is for sure a conventional mid lane matchup. So
I actually would be willing to bet that Uzi has played this matchup as well, just solo queue style.
From solo queue, that's fair.
Because I know that he does play mages as well, and you know Aatrox is such a popular mid laner. Maybe at one point he did. No,
that's actually completely reasonable. That sort of splashing does happen. Either way, it's a best of 3, much like the previous. And we have the Doran's shield in for Caps. Makes a lot of sense. I expect Resolve secondary for him. Cool. Yep, that's exactly what I would expect right there. Definitely revitalized. A good self-healer. Taste of Blood. Ghost Poro. Yeah, I think that is pretty much the optimal runes you could pick here for Caps. Domination can help you make sure that all-in actually works. Uzi, I expect some mana flow band, and yeah.
Nope. No Flying Orb.
Is there any magic damage on Aatrox's kit at all? I think the passive even is physical.
I'm pretty sure it is too.
Yeah, I think that's only wrong, but that's okay. Really, really minor point here, and we'll wait to see until the game starts.
Electrocute taken for Caps though. All right, let's see if he gets into the brush. Uzi establishing dominance in enemy territory. Wants to get the push on this blue side. A lot of damage onto the melee, softens it up, actually groups them there by the side.
Aatrox has no magic damage in the kit at all.
Okay.
Just looked it up. Thank you, Kobe. What a huge misplay. It won't mean very much. It blocks like 30 damage. But let's see. So far, trading on for the early parts of the waves. And with Aerie, Uzi's getting the early push onto Caps. Keep in mind that Q cooldown is quite long for a while. Even the Keystone choice should be adaptive to his stats, which will just become attack damage because Aatrox, of course.
Yeah.
Scorch, I think, is always magic. That's the only one.
Yeah. Not much chance of it coming through. Meanwhile, level 2 achieved for both sides. Aatrox, the first Q is so long that if you get brush control here, yeah, on the left side from this map, it actually gives you a large arc of control, especially now that he does have Rumble Dash after level 2. See him landing one there.
All right, so far 9-11 in CS, but there is more minions waiting for Caps to kill, so no obvious early winner on CS just yet. 0-0 so far, and the best of 3 winner faces Oceanic top laner Pabu. After a string of incredible victories today, FLICKR and Rookie falling down to his massive plays, and now a battle right here, low health bars, the cute goes through.
0 sweet spots landed there with some good footwork from Uzi.
Yeah.
Stays just outside the sweet spot. Does get hit by a lot of the secondary damage, but with the minion wave, I like him taking that trade.
One thing that's going to be scary this game for Uzi is there's no flash to get out of the W, the chain. Now, he's got heal and he's got other hastes with the W, so there are ways to run away from it. But if he ever lands the chain plus a single sweet spot, that is a guaranteed pullback, and that is almost definitely death for Uzi.
Again, I'm honestly really liking the level 6 possibilities for Caps here. With Aatrox, with having flash and the access to the extra speed with your ultimate, feels like the all-in could go very well. Again, Uzi, though, so confident with his double defensive summoners, as we've seen.
Yep. Now picks up boots. I like that again because move speed is a very important stat for this matchup. Took the first recall. Caps is able to equalize CS. I wonder if he wants to take this recall, though. I think he should have to. At half HP, I think he can't really fight very easily. It's the sweet spot. This could be a kill right away. Uzi could do a lot here. Third sweet spot's going to land. Ignite is on, but he's got Summoner still.
He touched the relic right before the chain pulled him back in. I think that's the difference.
That's a big deal.
That's the difference between, you know, the flash and the exhaust also coming out.
Yeah.
Both these guys hold on to one Summoner spell because of the extra health provided by that relic before the Ignite came down. Really close.
Okay. So Caps can stay around. Uzi is low, and he knows he's actually a flash combo away from dying. That if Caps does like QQ into like Q flash and just lands third sweet spot, that might be enough to set up lethal. So Caps, wow, that's impressive. Stays against the first back, managed to get another decent trade, and is able to stay in lane for longer. That was impressive by Caps.
Yep. All right, on this recall, a lot more attack damage being picked up for him. Does now have access to his level 6. And he can choose the next all-in as this minion wave comes bouncing off of the turret. Cannon minion pushing for Uzi.
And Uzi with refillable again. He's implying he's going to recall at least once more to make it worth it.
Yeah, I think if all goes according to plan for Caps, will not be the case.
Health relic not stolen. In fact, he's going forward right now, looking for the W angle. He's going to find something.
Got it.
And does not time Q3 correctly. Now the pullback. Is it ult for ult, or does Caps just run away? He's going to grab this health relic. No, wants to use the round, but he's low. He's got to respect this. He's going to pop the ult in now. Forces exhaust out. And Uzi should not trigger the ult here. He should let Caps stay low.
Yeah, let it time out.
And now Caps is kind of on the back foot. Yes, he's got a summoner, but he's close to death.
Yeah, I mean, you can heal up a decent amount off the minions as Aatrox, but Uzi gonna try and harass him. His mana's pretty low, 30%
he's got a relic behind him
here.
With Uzi having relic behind him, I think he can go down to 0 and still be in fighting. Wow, he flashed, but he misses. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Uzi's very happy to see that one. That was probably the one thing he was worried about, was the big flash play coming from Aatrox on something like a second or third Q. I think he can breathe a lot more easily now.
And Uzi's up 5 CS, so I think this is now in the LPL favor. I think Uzi is in a good spot. Now we're going to find, he's got to go sideways. Will not get away from this one, but there's no E. He can't find the third sweet spot. He can find, oh, he does! The cooldown came up, and first blood goes over to Caps.
Caps finish it off just barely there. He was on the edge of that Q hit. Umbral dash at the very end, closes the distance, takes down Uzi in game number 1. This is still a best of 3, but man, what an opener here. Just on the edge of the chain.
Sweet spot.
Still allows Caps to get Q number 2 because of the wide spread, and then Here comes your next charge of Humble Dash, just in time.
Wow.
Extends his range there and finishes off game number 1.
I did not know that he was coming back up right then. That was the difference, and he made it happen. Well done right there. All right, Uzi back against the wall. Could be dethroned by Danish mid lane superstar Caps. Best mid in the West, I think, is all but the most stalwart NA fans would agree.
Honestly, it was a huge big brain move moving to G2 and kind of pushing his main competition off that role too, right?
Yeah.
Now that Perks is not a mid laner, I say definitely.
Niski goes over to NA, one less competitor. You got kind of Jizuke maybe next up to take over the chance at the crown. We'll see. I mean, Nuke Duck's obviously good, but yeah, I mean, Caps is obviously incredible. G2 looks exciting for next year. Imagine you come in, you're like, hey, we took a world finalist and the 1v1 champion, and G2's ready to go, you know. I think it's exciting. Caps has had a very good year. This would be a sick way to cap it off. Uzi, a bittersweet Worlds run, one of the favorites to win the whole championship. Gigantic upset against G2 Esports in the quarters.
Yeah, I would still say Uzi had a great year, even though the Worlds is really recent in your memory, and that one's going to sting, especially for him, but so much success regardless for him in the earlier stages of the year. 2
LPL titles, hadn't won before, the Crownless King. Won MSI. I was like, okay, now we believe.
His biggest year to date, basically.
Oh, I mean, easily by far. Unless you consider World Finals itself so much more than all those things, but I would not agree with that.
All right. I would consider All-Stars 1v1 champion paramount in awards, and he won those 2 previous years.
He did.
So he's going to have
and yet you said this is his best year.
Hit that
despite the early 1v1 titles.
So I'm saying that he has to win.
Oh, okay.
In order for it to get
make it. Oh, okay. I got you. He's not on pace for the 2016. I get you. All right. Well, Bans coming through again. Triple marksman yet again. Same 3, I do believe. And do you ban Aatrox now? I think you might. I think you might ban the Aatrox and take Avaris.
Ominous stare down here. They're definitely concentrating on the last possibilities, because if you ban that, remember all the things that are open. We've just seen Rookie display with Akali the possibilities for your 1v1. Ooh. But yeah, that has been the problem, and that was kind of the problem at Worlds, right? Where there's so many of these powerful solo laners floating around that pick ban phase got very difficult for teams, even with multiple possibilities floating around. So Uzi does change though after being beat by the Aatrox, takes him down. Let's see what Caps pulls out next. He did play Wukong in the European LCS.
Yeah.
So that's also a possibility.
I want to point out, because I'm reading bans every game, Caps is 1 character away from spelling out LEC with the bans. I don't know if the order is really intentional, but LMC, it's close. League of Legends Mesopotamian Championship.
So, I don't think they give like partial credit in spelling if you get close to spelling.
Partial credit in spelling would be like the most fraudulent thing ever.
Especially for 3-letter acronyms.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You miss up 33% of it.
Yeah.
Not going to give it to you.
Yeah, that's fair actually. All right, well, Orianna back in the mix here for Uzi. Yasuo for Caps. I think that was probably his breakout international champion.
Baby. Yeah.
Think back to MSI, had some hard carry Yasuo games.
For sure.
That made the world take notice instead of just Europe take notice. Caps has never really let up since. He's been great all year and about to dethrone the 1v1 champion if he can win Yasuo versus Orianna.
Oh, man. And Uzi going back to the Orianna again.
Yeah.
You always get so much flack from fans and responses if you lose back-to-back with the same champion.
Yeah, run it back.
He did make adjustments. He banned out the Aatrox, but Yasuo also has so many all-in possibilities with the Orianna, and the possibility of stopping the ball short when you're trying to move it around with a wind wall. Feels like there's definitely a huge opening for outplay.
Okay, so Conqueror. Not much.
Got a potion and
Doran's shield or play. He's debating.
Are you feeling risky, Caps? He said he was willing to take every risk if he thought it would give him a better chance of winning.
Yeah. Well, this time around, Shield Bash makes sense on Yasuo.
Yeah. Shield Bash as well as...
Second Wind.
Yeah. Okay.
Regen missing health when you take damage.
Uzi in the same spot, really far up in the brush. Wants to get control of this minion wave once again the exact same way.
Okay, this time he's got mana flow, which honestly would have helped him last game.
Yeah.
He ran him a couple times when he could have had some more lane pressure.
Definitely would have helped more than
Ravenous over Ghost Poro, which I think is debatable. 2% of very little is still something.
I mean, I take it most games, even after the nerf, just because.
Yeah, but you actually get kills and assists in Summoner's Rift. Yeah. It triples in value on your first assist.
He went Sword Freak. That's the Doran's play.
Okay, let's go.
So he's looking to...
And he's already off the lane.
Have the extra oomph for the all-in. I like it. Being able to get the lifesteal as well, definitely powerful. You see, he's trying to charge up his shield. There you go, just walk around. Then he can go in, try and get his minions down.
Yep.
Sustain off those minions as well. Ooh, short Q.
Yeah, I think actually Cap's missed both Qs so far. He's got them with autos.
And Uzi punishes him very quickly there with the command attack and distortion.
That's actually 3 Qs missed. Caps is not quite landing them on the targets he wants. Keep in mind, we saw Uzi play some Yasuo in a 2v1 lane. Westdoor camped for him on Ivern, and they completely dismantled Double It. It was not close, as 2v1 lanes tend to go.
Yeah. As many of my mid laners are fond of informing me.
Where's my ganks, Kobe? Where's my smite, Kobe?
Well, they didn't let me on the map for Howling Abyss, so good luck, buddy. Uzi also going to have control of both health relics, easily able to push up the wave before 215.
Good win wall. Yeah, that's a big deal that he gets the sustain lead. He's got the push first, and those are waiting for him, so he can blow through mana. He can blow through his health bar as long as he doesn't get chased down.
All right, now once Yasuo has access to all 3 abilities, really starts to gain control here. Conqueror is procced.
Tornado in 1. Okay, can he get a knockup? Can he get through? No, he's gonna dash away.
I like it.
Oh, he flashed it for the knockup, but he's had the damage exhaust us up into the health relic right behind him. He's gonna try to get it. He got the relic. Oh, Caps!
That was actually so slick. He dodged out every time there was a summoner spell blown. He waits out the entire exhaust before flashing in with the expiring knockup in his sword, going for the kill, and that is 2 all-in finishes here from Caps.
Wow.
Aatrox into Yasuo, both finding victory against Uzi's Orianna. Here's another look at it.
That was slick. All right, he waits out the exhaust, times out, goes back in, flash Q.
And then he's gonna walk away for the command attack at the end too. That was critical.
Getting that relic.
Able to use the E through Uzi once again, knowing he'll be able to get to the relic first because there's no flash, no extra mobility from the Orianna. That was well calculated and well played from Caps.
Head shake. Uzi will lose his 1v1 King title. Had back-to-back victories in 2016, 2017. He will be dropped by the king of Western mids in Caps. And Caps versus Pabu will be our 1v1 finals. One of those players you can make a case for. Like, Caps is definitely, obviously good enough to take down those scalps, grab those kills. Hey, well done to him. Impressive performances. Pabu took some freaking upsets in a row. And especially considering that he probably shouldn't have beat Doublelift. Doublelift killed himself in that one. Very different world we could have been in.
I mean, you play against whatever player they give you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they give you a guy who's at your turret and
he pulls aggro,
gives 1E, then you're going to have to play around that.
Yep. So that final will be after the LPL versus LCK matchup. That's going to be exciting. So stay tuned for the last few matches of the day. But to get a grasp on what it feels like to compete for the 1v1 title, let's send it over to Dash and Caps.
Thank you very much, Freak. I'm standing by with our second finalist in the 1v1 tournament, Caps, as he unseats the 2-time defending champion in Uzi. We have to remember, he won in Barcelona and again last year. How does it feel to 2-0 him?
It feels so good, honestly. Like, I always wanted to come here to the All-Stars just to play this 1v1 tournament, and I am even more excited that I finally beat Uzi because he always ends up beating me. So I can't even, like, it feels unreal.
I mean, let's be honest. While watching, in between games, I saw a little bit of a jitter in those hands there. You were just on a World Finals stage, and you're jittering up here in the 1v1. I mean, talk about the difference in intensity of a 1v1 versus the team-oriented setting.
I mean, honestly, I was just very, very nervous playing up against Uzi because, as I said, he's beat me so many times. and I ended up having like some of the wrong runes, some wrong summoner spells, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I ended up winning, so I'm happy.
So where did the thought process come with the picks? Because a lot of the players I've been talking about have said mid lane champions is where it's at for the 1v1s, but you pulled out the Aatrox into the Orianna, so why were you lunging for some of these other style of champions?
Well, I saw that Uzi didn't use flash in the other games, and I knew he was like I was banning so that he was like on an immobile AD carry or mage. And with Aatrox and Yasuo, if I can get to him and he doesn't have flash and he's like immobile, then he's basically dead. So even if I drop a lot of CS, then that works.
Yeah, well, the prep was there. I want to ask you about your finals opponent in Pabu coming out of the OCE. He has taken down some huge names, FLICKR, Rookie, just to name a few, Double Lift as well. So how are you feeling about that matchup against him?
So I haven't gotten to see like all the matches, and I'm definitely surprised that he managed to make it. So that's going to be an interesting final. I'm probably going to go watch some of the games and see how he did it and what he did it with. So that's going to be fun.
All right, well, you got a bit of time to do that. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Caps. Congratulations on making it to the finals. We're going to toss it back over to Shox at the analyst desk for a word.
Thank you. Now, I don't think you can ban this guy out. I don't think you can do anything. I'm here with the legend, Pabu, and also another legend, Dumbledoge. But first, man, I gotta go to you, Pabu. What's going on? You're the best 1v1er at the tournament, almost.
I mean, I'm just playing to my strengths, you know, sticking to what I know, just picking my top lane champions, and it seems to be working so far. So if I keep on going with that, I reckon I can take it all.
Yeah, Dumbledoge, what are you making of this unlikely run?
I mean, I think he's lucky that he's not a support main, because you don't have a lot to offer in a 1v1 if you're support main. I mean, only time I farm is when a minion has 50% HP and I hit it with my relic shield stack.
Yeah.
So I think he's lucky to be top lane main, and he's doing amazing.
Yeah, you are. I mean, that is a good point, because as you're a support and you're just picking within your own champions, you're not going to get very far. So what do you make of your opponent then, Pabu, Caps?
Caps is a legendary player, you know. He's someone that I've, you know, been watching throughout his career, and I don't know, he's incredible. So I'm, you know, super honored to be here and get to play against players of these caliber. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a winnable match. The gap isn't, you know, incredibly huge, but I know I'm gonna try my best. So
I think you will win.
Pardon?
I think you will win.
Oh, you think I'll win?
Yeah,
Or
I
maybe.
believe in you.
Why is that?
I saw his games, and when I feel top lane, I play Fiora, and his Fiora was really good. So I'm rooting for him. Also, rooting for an underdog is always better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of you. I hope you win as well. Sorry, Caps. But let's take a look at some of the highlights, and I believe yours will be in there as well, because there were some crazy things. Also, this was the first one, so walk us through this. So what are you thinking?
I mean, I just wanted to walk forward because I knew he thought I would walk back, so I just wanted to walk forwards and dodge all his Qs. That was the plan. So if I kept walking forwards, he would just miss them. So that was the idea behind my
And then
movements.
here, of course, I think he thought that you were just going to back off, but
Yeah,
you were
no,
like,
he thought.
were you talking to him?
Yeah, there's a couple words I can't repeat, but you know, I don't know. I just thought he thought I would walk backwards because I had no summoners, so there was no reasonable way for me to get on him. But
Yeah. Also, this was crazy. I don't know if you were able to catch his
Oh, yeah,
double
this
dose.
was
This was
nuts.
insane also. Bang is going to go in a second. There we go. Oh my
Oh.
god. And the tower. And they survive.
Whoa.
Ah,
Rookie is
that's
actually nuts.
Yeah.
The first flash was incredible. I don't know. I forgot that he picked up the Lucian flash, so I was super surprised when it happened. That was very smart play.
Isn't it crazy that isn't it crazy that in 1v1s, like, you're like, oh, this is a better player. They should win. But it never turns out that
Yeah,
way.
it definitely has its own meta, and anyone can win except support mains.
Here we go then. The best moment, the final moment. Oh, how did that feel?
It was incredible. I was so close to losing. Like the second game, I was one hit away from death, and it managed to pull it out. So you know, that felt amazing. You know, to clutch it out like that.
So, I mean, the first time, like, you beat Double Lift and you beat FLICKR, so at that point, you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to win the whole thing right now. I mean, what does this guy have? He just beat Uzi, that's all. Like.
Oh, only Uzi, just one of the most legendary players to ever play.
And also, I do want to give some praise to Caps, but because it wasn't easy matchups, you know. He picked that Yasuo in the first one. He went in on Aatrox. He had the right timing. So there's a lot to look out for.
Especially in the Yasuo game, he played very smartly around like Uzi's summoners, and the way because typically like the flash isn't super valuable, but the way he made use of it in baiting out Uzi's summoners and killing him later was very intelligent.
Yeah, it was awesome. And this is then the bracket that we are left with. When we came into today, I think we thought it was going to be completely different, you know, almost. I mean, especially to FLICKR Pabu. Let's be completely honest. But I love it. Who doesn't love an underdog? I mean, you've been an epic underdog as well at big tournaments. It's fun.
It's definitely relatable for me, and it's not just because he's an underdog. I seriously believe that he can win, and that's why I think he will win.
That's also like, what does this mean for OC?
I don't know. I didn't expect to be here in the first place, so you know, I'm just super happy that I can, you know, do my best for the fans and show that Oceania isn't nearly as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's what I saw on Twitter the whole day. Everyone's just proud. You've like fixed everything. Like everyone loves you guys, so it's going to be amazing. What are you guys planning to do on this final day? Are you playing any more modes? No, because it's the 1v1 final, and then it's China versus Korea. So you are done. How do you look back?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you look back?
I mean, it was definitely a fun event. It's always good to just play for fun because I'm that person who never plays these fun modes.
No.
And it was definitely fun to play like tandem mode and Nexus Please. Especially if you play with amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best name for tandem also because everyone just becomes dumb. That's great, Dumble, whatever. All right, well, thank you guys very much for joining me. Pabu, the best of luck. I think a lot of people here are rooting for you as well, so knock them dead. We're going to take a quick break in a minute, but first, at All-Star this year, MasterCard is, of course, surprising fans of the day for using their MasterCard at the merchandise store. Sally and Jessica today from North Carolina were surprised with behind-the-scenes access to the MasterCard VIP lounge. And in that lounge, they got a chance to meet Doublelift and Shoutcasters. They posed with champion weapons as well. They also got to snap a pic with Doublelift, who got knocked out by Pabu in 1v1, by the way. Maybe that's relevant info. No, they got to have a little chat with them. They got to draw as well. What is that? A heart? Pose with some awesome weapons. Yeah. And they got a priceless treatment in the lounge. So good luck to you. We're gonna take a quick break. And when we return, it's gonna be China and Korea squaring off on Summoner's Rift. Don't go anywhere.
Tonic, he might his, oh, that's the W. He might have it, he might have it. He might have it, FLICKR. The Q can kill him, and he's done it. They are moving in, and Caps want to take this fight. Oh. Gets a triple hit on the Q, Ignite is on. That might be it. Maple could be going down, then right away, Caps. Q, it's one hit. Oh, he life heals. He's still alive. 12 HP, and he jumps in and gets it. But the X still coming through. This might be the damage. The charge of Q is not enough, and he does take him down. Uzi. He's got no sums left to chase through, but he's gonna have Q soon. He's gonna have Q soon. He might have it, and Pabu's into the finals. Summons to the health relic right behind him. He's gonna try to get it. He got the relic. Oh, God.